Hi, this is Deborah from Dinglefoot.com, and this week I have a simple idea that I found on Pinterest, and I'm actually going to be making a little hot chocolate snowman. I saw on Pinterest the snowman idea, but not really any instructions how to make it, although they did say to have baby food jars, and I don't have any because my kids are quite a bit older, so I just got some little jelly jars and put in the ingredients for hot chocolate. So we have our hot chocolate powder mix and some little mint candies, and then a jar on the top for marshmallows, and that's kind of tall so you can't see it. But I have a skinny snowman, I guess, but it works, and this is just a really quick idea for a Christmas gift for neighbors or friends. And my snowman needed a hat, and I just quickly had to figure out a way to make one. And what I did was I cut a 4-inch circle and a 3-inch circle and a strip of paper that is 2 inches wide, and it's probably about 11 inches long or so. And here is one of my little hats that's pretty much finished. It's shiny because I used some Mod Podge on it, but I think it would be fine just plain with the paper too. And then you can wrap a ribbon around it or decorate it any way you see fit for your little snowman. So this is going to be our little hat. I'm going to take my long strip of paper and just curl it around here, and we're going to have to put it so that it will fit the top of our hat. So we're actually going to be making our hat from the top down. I'm going to turn all this over. So this is the underside of the top of my hat. And I'm just going to put my paper around in a circle. And we're going to be using hot glue for this. So this is going to go together quick, even though it might be just a little bit messy. But if you have extra hot glue from your glue gun hanging out the sides and stuff, you can use a heat tool or something and melt it and get that off there. So I'm going to get my little glue gun handy here, and I'm going to quickly, and you have to move fast with this glue because it just dries so fast. I'm going to put a line of glue right around the edge of this circle. And then I'm going to quickly take my paper that I cut and lay that down right in it. And this paper is just a little bit too long, but we do need an overlap for gluing together. So you have to get that on right away, around in your circle. And then see where it overlaps here? We're just going to take a little bit of glue and put it in there. So this is all pretty much all just hot glue from a glue gun. Okay, get some in there and hold that for a second. And you can take your scissors and cut off the extra paper that's in the way. Okay, put just a little extra glue right there. It didn't quite attach. Okay. So this makes the top of our little hat. I'm going to put some glue in there to close that edge. So this is not a perfect little hat. If you have time to run to a craft shop and can buy them, that works too, but I didn't have time to do that, so I just decided to make my own little hats for my snowman. So we're going to do the same thing with the bottom. We're going to put a ring of glue around the bottom of our hat this time. Okay, and then we'll just stick it right to our bottom circle. This is where it can get messy and the glue can kind of squeeze out, and you might want to use a heat tool to clean it up, but we're just going to set our little hat right down on our circle, and we have a hat for our snowman. So then you can embellish it any way you want. I'm going to take my heat tool and melt some of this excess glue off really quickly. And then when I come back, I'm just going to wrap a little ribbon around my hat and it will be finished. Okay, so I cleaned up some of the glue from my hat, and now for my little hat, I'm just going to put some ribbon on it. And I'm going to start on this back seam because I don't want to have another unfinished part in the front. Just going to put a little bit of glue along there. Just go right around the hat and attach your ribbon. Okay, so this is a nice, quick little gift idea that is also very inexpensive. So wrap that ribbon around there. I'm just going to overlap it a little bit and then cut the rest off. Okay, oops. See if I can get that. Okay, there we have a cute little snowman hat. And again, if you get glue where you don't want it, the hot glue easily melts again, so I can just take my heat tool, heat that up, and just use a piece of paper and just run it along the edge and all that'll come right off. So to actually make my little snowman, I did the whole project just with hot glue because then that way they can break these jars loose easily to get to the contents of the hot chocolate. I'm also, a little tip, I take the name of the jar and just turn it towards the back, so I just make sure all of them are like that. I'm just going to take some hot glue, go right around the edge of my jars, just stick them together. Okay, so put my marshmallow one on top like this. Okay, if you want to dress up your snowman a little bit more, I just took a piece of leftover cloth that I had. I didn't stitch around it or anything, I just cut it out. So I'm going to make my snowman a little scarf. So just tie this here, and I'm going to put just a little bit of hot glue on here. Okay, and if this sticks up a little, you might want to put a little more underneath, but I also took my scissors and just cut little edging on here so it looks kind of like a scarf. Oops. Okay, so there's a scarf, and I'm going to add 2 little buttons also on this second jar here. Okay, and then if you want to make a face for the snowman, this is easy too. Just get little scraps of orange and black paper, and I just start at the edge and just cut up a little bit, kind of make a triangle, kind of like a carrot. Okay, and then of course 2 little eyes. So I'm also going to cut these from paper. Just kind of cut the shape. Of course, if you were making a snowman and had coal or something for his eyes and his mouth, they're not going to be perfect shapes either. So we're just going to put, trim that one just a little smaller, put some eyes, and then of course you want to cut enough of these to make a smile. So I'll get these on. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to cut a bunch more of these black ones and make him a smile. Okay, so I cut 5 more little black pieces of paper. I'm going to put a little smile on my snowman. And then we only have to put his hat on and he will be finished. Okay. And just one on the other side. Okay, then all we have to do is put on his hat, and I'm just going to put some glue right along the top of the jar here. And put his hat on. And this makes a cute little Christmas gift. Thanks so much for watching.